Yeah, what's the deal? It's your boy Who is Hendo, and we back talking sports. I wanted to do a video on this. I'm gonna play some clips, some audio clips in the background. I wanted to do a video on this because my girl Rachel Nichols, she is resurfaced. She got fired from ESPN because they leaked her personal conversation, which should have never been leaked. Let me tell y'all something before I start this video. I hate racist people. I despise them. It's only a couple people that I literally hate. Child molesters, racist people, and serial killers. But what Rachel Nichols said was not racist. Let me play y'all exactly what she said.
We're celebrating 50 years of Buckeye signature chicken with a deal you'll love. Now for just $6.99, takes 50.
Let's check that out real quick.
So the first thing they teach you in journalism school is don't be the star.
Country, but if I'm looking.
Okay, so
Getting this promotion because of the color of her skin and all of the affirmative action stuff going on right now. I'm gonna run the clip and then we're gonna do some further investigation.
They said to me, hey, instead of posting the NBA Finals, why don't you do George's silent reporter job?
so now she been working at ESPN for over 20 plus years. She been dreaming of this moment, getting the report on the NBA Finals, right?
The NBA Finals. Because that's what that would clear the way for. For Maria to do the hosting. Yeah. So, I have declined.
So around this time, this is when the Black Lives Matter thing was going on. You had I didn't even really know. I knew who Maria Taylor was, but not as much as I knew who Rachel Nichols was. So I guess the problem was they were saying she got her job because of her skin color. I mean, it was already in Rachel. I didn't know until she came on All the Smoke. It was in her contract that she would be covering the NBA Finals. So just because, as a black man, as a black person, just because you're having a social justice issue, you feel me, and you want to give more opportunities to, you know what I'm saying, the females or the people of color, does not mean you have to take a job for somebody who is warranted of getting that job. Rachel Nichols is probably thinking like, I've been working my whole life, basically. I've been working 20 plus years at ESPN. I deserve this. I deserve to cover the championship game. You know what I'm saying? The NBA Finals. So no, I'm not going to take a step back and be a reporter. I don't have an issue with nothing that she said. I know Ticket TV said what he said, like, I don't like how she moved and blah, blah, this. Kill all that Ticket. Rachel Nichols, this is the first, what? You know what I'm saying? He may have back information on her, probably not. But this was the first incident that ever came out about Rachel Nichols. I thought Rachel Nichols did an awesome job on NBA Jump. She didn't bring in personal issues. She wasn't a super feminist, even when it had nothing to do with that.
I don't know what their next move is, but they are feeling pressure because of all of that. And,
Yeah, so at that time, she's probably alluding to, the Black Lives Matter and all the stuff that was going on in this country, at this time last year. And she's saying that she thinks ESPN felt pressured to put Maria Taylor out there on the front line to kind of play the ally, to kind of say, yeah, we're here with you. I mean, why wouldn't ESPN do something like that? Why wouldn't ESPN stand in celebrity with black people when most professional athletes are indeed black? And I do kind of get her discrepancy, but let's also remember, Rachel Nichols herself was also a product of affirmative action. They didn't feel like there was a...
That's true. As far as women trying to uh, get more women into the sports mainstream media.
enough women in the ESPN studios, enough women sports analysts, and so they wanted to change that, okay? They wanted to bring women in, not to really take anything away from her. She's actually done a pretty good job during this time.
I'm trying to figure out, like, how to just, my thing is, like, I wish Maria Taylor all the success in the world. She covers football, she covers basketball. If you need to give her more things to do because you're feeling pressure about your like crappy long-time record on diversity, which by the way I myself know personally from the female side of it, go for it.
So, like she said, she wished her all the success in the world. You know what I'm saying? She was just saying she not finna give up her job. You feel me? And she believed that ESPN was basically trying to play the black card. Everything was going on with the Black Lives Matter, the George Floyd, and the social issues or whatever. Maria Taylor is definitely great. She do a great job on Football Night in America. But what I have no problem with what Rachel Nichols is saying. It's not like she said some racist remark or everything like that. They just got mad because they thought she was alluding to Maria Taylor getting that job because of her skin color. Which, I mean, y'all took it away from her when it was already in her contract, bro. It was already in her contract that she would be doing the NBA Finals. So how would you feel if you was a reporter and they told you get to cover the Super Bowl and white, black, green don't even matter? If a white man that has been working at a NBC for 20 years finally get a chance to do the Super Bowl, and then they come along and let's say a social issue happen, whatever like that, or you know what I'm saying, let's say they've been trying to give more opportunities to, you know what I'm saying, the minorities, and then just out of nowhere they like, yeah, white man, can you Bob, could you go back to being a sideline reporter? We want to give the job to Curtis. I would not be mad at him saying like, yo, I wish him all the success in the world, but I'm not doing it. I guess y'all want to, you know what I'm saying, cover up yourself for not having enough minorities in high places in the mainstream media, but you're not taking my job away from me. You find it somewhere else. I wouldn't be mad. I don't understand how they could fire her for that. She did not say anything racist. She spoke her mind. And she really was telling the truth. It's really on ESPN. Why haven't you had Maria Taylor or somebody of color covering the NBA Finals? You could have did that. But you didn't. Now they wanted to fire Rachel Nichols. Now, one thing I will say about Rachel Nichols is that she shouldn't have went there. That's a very dicey, touchy subject. She shouldn't have went there. Now, this nigga said a stupid remark. This is a video from like a year ago. This nigga said a stupid remark that I'm not going to play. Well, you know what? I will play it.
Just, find it somewhere else. Like, you're not going to find it with me.
Yeah, so pretty much what was going on there was that Rachel Nichols was feeling... And you make room and help that next person that's coming up to take your position. But if I'm looking at this from a more objective point of view, I honestly think Rachel Nichols is really just getting old. I mean, it might sound kind of bad, but from a marketing perspective, who would you rather have? This young, beautiful woman or this aging old personality? To me, at some point, if you're truly a great one, you understand kind of when your time is coming.
No, you don't. And Jamari, that's a terrible ass take. I'm sorry. That's awful. That's terrible because that's just feeding in to what women don't want. You talking about would you rather have this young, sexy woman or a aging old personality? Well, it's clear that they would rather have the old aging personality because look at what's going on with Malika Andrews. Malika Andrews is hot, young, attractive, but her views, her knowledge on basketball, and her personality, it matters. It don't matter about that. Man, we want to hear sports. Of course, yeah, we want to look at something easy on the eyes or whatever like that. Rachel Nichols not ugly. So, yeah, Jamari, that was a terrible ass take. Throw that in the dumpster. That was a terrible ass opinion take, whatever. But yeah, man, Rachel Nichols, I hope she come back. I'm tired of not Maria. Shout out Maria Taylor. I'm tired of Malika Andrews. She has turned ESPN into Judge Judy. Now she the judge, and she judging everybody on their past transgressions and what happened. She bringing up people, former charges, and then talking to men, especially black men, like they 3 years old. Even Rachel Nichols never did that. And Malika Andrews, she worse because she's half black. Or at least I believe she is. She's a mixed breed. And she talked worse to the black men on that show than Rachel Nichols ever has, bro. And Rachel Nichols actually knows basketball. She actually be knowing what she's talking about most of the time. So yes, I think that Rachel Nichols should come back. That's just personally for me. Malika Andrews does nothing for that show but read what's on the paper and what's on the teleprompter. When she does really talk about basketball, she has no idea what she's talking about. Or she just say stuff and don't put it in the context at all. Just like the Kobe comment, oh, they didn't make the playoffs. They didn't win in the playoffs. They made it to the playoffs. They didn't win. Forget to saying that, oh yeah, Kobe tore his Achilles that year. And she's a hypocrite. She talks about the Boston Celtics and Ime Udoka and the relationships in there, but you have a full-on relationship with somebody who you work with, Dave McMenamin. It's rumored, allegedly, but come on now. So yeah, man. Personally, I think Rachel Nichols should come back. Hope she does. If she doesn't, that's cool. I'm gonna see what other NBA stuff she got going on. Cause personally, I heard the audio. I pretty much don't have a problem with it. I wish she would have stayed away from that and just said what she said about you're not getting my job just because you want to put somebody else into a position of power. You feel me? Just because you want to put somebody else in a position of power because you're feeling pressure about your lack of diversity. That's all she was saying, is that she's not giving up her job because ESPN want to put somebody in a position because of their lack of diversity or they feel like they getting pressured. That's all she said. She didn't really say that Maria Taylor is getting the job because she's black. That's not what she said, bro. And we all know Maria Taylor was qualified. She covered football, basketball, like she said. But she find her something else to do. Why y'all can't find her something else to do? The NBA Finals was that important to her because obvious that Rachel Nichols loves basketball and she been working at ESPN for 20 plus years, bro. So yeah, man, it's been Who Is Hendo, man. I'm out.